morning, everybody. This is Randall Winter, Home 411, at your hometown station, AM 1220, KHTS. Thanks for joining us, and we have Ricardo Corrales from Ricardo Heating and Air.
Yes. Good morning, Randy. How you doing?
Good, bud.
Good.
Thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having me.
You were all excited earlier in the year because it was heating up, and you were pretty busy, huh?
Oh, yeah. We got busy this summer. It was actually a pretty good summer for us.
Good.
And we're still going strong. But we're starting to plan now for our winter coming up.
Now, it's the smarter people are usually the ones that plan ahead. So if I were one of the smart people listening to this radio station, then I would want to know what I should do to be prepared for the cold weather, right?
Yes, of course. You don't want to find out that your furnace needs to be replaced at the peak of the winter season, because then you're going to be, freezing for a few days. But now that we're in autumn, this is when you want to start having your heaters checked. Routinely maintenance on them for the winter. Filter change, of course. Have your heaters normally they're in the attic or the garage or an indoor closet inside your house. Have the firebox, checked out. Make sure your temperatures are correct. There should be a temperature difference from the air going in and the air coming out of the unit. If you're too hot, there's a problem. If you're not within the range, you're too low, then there's also an issue. Make sure your flue vents are cleared. Make sure you have combustion air in the closets. And if it's in the garage, make sure that if your furnace is sitting on a platform, that it doesn't have any holes, because you don't want to be sucking any fumes within the garage. So that's very important. So yeah, there's a few things that you need to get looked at.
Yeah, I remember doing home inspections for a while, and boy, there's a checklist a mile long for heating.
Yeah.
So one thing I remember was always a difficult thing to do as a home inspector was check the heat exchanger. Now, are you able to do that for somebody?
There's different ways that we do that. Yes, we do camera inspection. We also do a smoke test. And of course, the visual inspection, first of all.
Like rusted out ones, obviously they're no good.
Right, there's an inspection with
You
the mirror and light.
You can't really smell that. What happens, let me explain it to everybody, do you want to?
No, go ahead.
As I understand it, you have this burner underneath, and it burns around a heat exchanger, and the cold air is pushed through the heat exchanger and sent out through a fan into your room. But if the heat exchanger is cracked, the carbon monoxide is mixed in with that air.
The airstream,
and that's why the new code, those of you that are aware with it, they have it's required to put a carbon monoxide tester in first floor and second floor. Now, I know this is probably more of one of Jeff Softly's things, but the carbon monoxide, does that hang low on the ground, or is that high, or do you know?
Actually, carbon monoxide is going to rise.
Okay, so you want to have a carbon monoxide sensor or testing unit in your higher up, and you want to have it on both floors, and that's going to protect you from a couple things. The main thing is, though, a cracked heat exchanger, because if you have one of those, you could actually not wake up in the morning because you will be gone.
Yeah, if we find a cracked heat exchanger, we're actually supposed to turn off the gas to that unit and red tag it.
Yeah, because people die from that.
Right.
Yeah. So that's the most serious thing. The other thing I heard you say, and I know that is a problem, is when you have the fan unit, which brings in the fresh air and sucks in the old air through the return. That actually, if it's in the garage or there's any leaks, it can bring in the fumes and.
Can bring in the fumes from your water heater, from your car, from the furnace itself. So you have to make sure that if you do have any, holes in your platform, sometimes you have dryer vents running through them or plumbing going through them, and they need to be sealed.
Okay. So that's sort of the negative, scary side of a heat unit that you might have in your house. Those are usually gas units. Now, there are some, they're called heat pumps. Those are basically an air conditioner in reverse.
That's correct.
You're not going to have that problem with that, right?
No.
Okay. And then other things, I mean, the biggest thing, and you talked about it earlier, was changing filters, of course.
Yes.
And we want to make sure any homeowner can change the filter.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to take a break. Thanks for listening to 411. Home 411, Randall Winter Construction, AM 1220 KHTS.